You said you watched the Puff Doc, right?
Yes, I did.
Did everyone here watch the Puff Doc?
Yes.
Yeah.
All 4 episodes.
All right. You 5, take it away.
I didn't really get that much more information from this. I think it was really well done. I didn't get a lot more information than we've gotten in the doc that we got a couple of years ago and through all the press coverage of the last year, personally.
It was just better done, like you said.
Yeah, this was really well done. And they painted the picture they were trying to paint.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For me.
Oh, for sure.
They were trying to paint or the picture that it is? Because we say trying to paint, it's like they got a narrative, or is that just what it is?
I think whatever their intention was with this doc, they nailed it.
They did it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think when you tell a story about anybody, you could tell multiple stories. There's another story about Puff you could tell that would leave you feeling different about him. That would also be true.
Okay.
I agree.
I get it.
But this one felt true. You know, and this one needed to be told given everything that's going on. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, like, I do think there's multiple stories, and they had a particular story they wanted to tell, which I thought was good. And for me, I agree with y'all. Like, it wasn't so much that it was new information, and I think you said this the other day, Joe. It wasn't that it was new information, but the storytelling was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of these docs, especially ones that come out fast, this is not good storytelling.
suck.
Yeah,
Right.
they suck. But yeah.
I don't.
And again, remember, y'all, my bad, Mona, y'all speaking for y'all demo. Like, my parents called me.
Fair, yeah.
And was like, yo, I had no idea about a lot of the stuff that they mentioned in this.
Listen, it was shit that was new to me, but I looked at this, excuse me, nigga, this shit was higher than Stranger Things.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, they make some.
Well, because the Stranger Things niggas is 39.
I know that, but that's beside the point.
I don't know
is
how y'all still getting this. Later, we'll talk about the Stranger Things.
But my point though, with that just recently,
and they grew up
dropped
weird now.
They did.
You see that?
They did.
They grew up weird, and nobody
they
wants
just
to
let
say
that go.
it. So they trying to put these niggas on a promo run. They look like Stranger Things. You can't really go ahead, man.
This season was pretty good though.
But the fact is, a lot of people were waiting for Stranger Things, and this was higher than that. So this tells me it's gonna be a lot of eyes getting a lot of new information. Some of us, we might know certain things. I gained new information, and they painted this shit as that was his MO.
Yes.
Yo.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's your girl. I want her.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna whatever. I'm taking like that.
That Eric Sermon stuff?
Bro, I never knew that.
I didn't know
That's the
Eric
story I didn't know.
Sermon
I didn't know.
Yeah.
When you said my man was like on the window, I was like, oh, this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, he a little.
I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that he got bad, because the neighbor, the one that, because they live in a duplex and they renting out the downstairs to the other family. He alluded to that he went through rough beatings.
Getting his ass whooped.
Right, but he was he don't want to remember it, it was so traumatic or whatever.
Yeah, I love that part.
Him and his mom was so close, and his mom was so in love with him. Whenever you would see him, I didn't know that, and I like the fact that they really went into. To me, I took it like Janice was still street connected after the dad died. You know what I mean? Before it's
they
almost
implied it real smooth.
Right, because before it's okay, they from Harlem, he this big drug dealer, he gets murdered, they in Mount Vernon, they excluded from it, he going to private school. But no, she's driving into Harlem and she can leave her car. She really was outside for real. So
that's the brilliance of it to me. When you tell a story like that, where you leave the audience understanding it without having to be heavy-handed with it, like some of these other docs. My man was just she just leave the car there, leave it running, and nobody mess with it. Just saying it like that, we got it without having. To me, that's what made the storytelling so good.
It must have been pretty wild for Puff to have found out his mom was working in the after-hour spot on a talk show.
I didn't think that was real. I thought that he just reacted that way. I think he
you
knew
ain't got to tell the world.
Yeah, I think he knew what his mom was going on. That's just some cutie shit for TV. That's how I took it, Parks. That was some cutie TV shit because, they in tune and they tight. You know what I mean? I don't know. Now, one part that was a little confusing with me, but it might have been because we in the industry shit. So you say what you supposed to say or what the publicist tell you to say. But at one part, he's doing some kind of interview that I've never seen before, and it's from the late '90s or early 2000s, and he said something about that that his mom was it's the same scene from when he was talking about that he had to fight, he had to whoop ass or he would get in trouble. That interview, I had never seen that before ever, and I was like a Puffy fan. I've seen every little, when they show clips of his interviews and shit, I've already seen it. You know what I mean? I had never seen it before. I want them to drop that because the way he was talking all candidly, it seemed like he was being real honest in that interview. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then when at the bottom it says something, it was a title, something almost like that was a documentary that never came out.
Yeah, that part I don't know the source of it, but I agree. All the childhood stuff, having people tell stories from his childhood, it gave you a sense of his mindset. They were building a case about his mindset
for sure
that I thought was helpful.
When Joe came in and talked about it, I thought it was going to be worse than what it was. for me, to Parks' point, I had heard 97% of that shit already. A couple things were new, like I never heard the nigga say, yo, he really gave us $1 million. He hired us for $1 million. I never heard that before, right? That was new for me. But I think the part about him getting his ass whooped by his mom, and I think the whole episode 4, I think they shot him some bail.
They were pretty. They tried to be fair.
I think episode 4 really shot him a whole bunch of bail. Like,
where was the bill?
The jurors, they didn't have to do that in that doc.
Yeah, true.
They didn't have to talk to the jurors because the jurors were like, nah, we thought she was lying. And
Yeah,
we
it was just two people in love.
They didn't have to display that in the doc.
Yep.
I think the dude Rod,
Lil Rod.
nobody took him seriously.
No.
Which is a shame.
I think that.
And I'm saying that as somebody that didn't take
we
him
didn't.
seriously.
And then
I have a question for all of y'all about
we
Rod.
reported on that. We was
I didn't
foul.
take him serious at all.
And then hearing that, I was
He
like,
had to change his name.
damn, son.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
When he came, when I always thought that Rod was the one that got it jumping because Rod wanted his money or whatever. He said, give me my fucking money or else. And then he went and told. Is that really true that Rod is the one that got the shit?
No,
Cassie
Cassie got
jumped.
jumping.
They even
Rod
said that
happened-
in the doc. Yeah.
Rod happened in January. Cassie happened like 3 months earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
And then everybody looked at Rod like, oh, you saw what happened with
You
her.
jumping on
okay.
trying to
So
get
he-
paid because he ain't paid.
But there was like 100 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including
I definitely think they was fucking though, Puffy and Rod for sure. I think he hit that.
I don't know. I can't speak
What-
to that.
what-
but-
Personal opinion. baby.
What I
Yeah.
took from it is that Puffy is a shitty businessman on the side of paying people.
Yeah.
And I think a bunch of these people have been working with him for a long time.
Go ahead.
No.
Fish.
Yo, and I just think a lot of them niggas is mad. I think bitter. You can hear the anger in some of their voices as they talk about what he did to them in business.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? And so I think that it was almost like, all right, this is my time to get back.
Yeah.
The Rod
The shit-
story did come off like a love story.
Yes, it did. They were. I'm not taking nothing away from him. His claims, I wish him the best, but it just gave. They go together a little bit. Like they went together.
The shit that really got me was when they were talking about Big Funeral. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Some people have come out to
And I
say
was
some of that was
yeah, somebody
not true
did come
or
out
not
and say
accurate.
it wasn't true. But I mean, like just seeing it in that moment.
But if that's
seeing
not
the
true-
way he was presenting himself, and then hearing the other things behind, it was like, who really are you?
What part of that disturbed you the most? The money part of it?
The whole shit, like just seeing.
Big playing for his own funeral, I think.
That's what I'm saying. This is the money part. That part.
That would be fucked up.
Yes, that would be very fucked up. Yes,
Yes.
If I went on record saying that I'm gonna pay for this,
I'm gonna have.
and then when I see the expenses start piling
Oh,
up
I
because
see.
I'm trying to do this shit big, no pun intended, and now it's too much, and I'm like, I ain't paying for that.
You're not saying it's fucked up to not pay for it. You said it's fucked up to say you're going to do it and not do it.
No, it's fucked up to say we gonna do this bigger than anybody's ever seen.
I want the biggest
we gonna,
funeral New
we
York's
gonna
ever
stroll
seen.
big through Manhattan, Brooklyn, wherever, and then when you start seeing the expenses pile up, you say, "Yo, I don't want to do it. That shit, he got to pay for it."
No,
That's
I'm
some
with you.
bullshit.
I'm with you. But I'm saying if that hadn't happened, I'm just curious. This is a curiosity I had when I was watching it. If he hadn't said all that and they just did a normal funeral and he paid for that at Biggs estate instead of his own pocket, would that be fucked up?
Yes.
For me, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Especially
that's
when
fucked
I feel like Puffy, with one thing, bad businessman or not, the nigga got a vision. He knew what he was about to do after that nigga died as far as all the songs, Missing You, the big. He knew he was gonna go hard
He
on
knew
the
he was
death
gonna
part.
get
That was a no. He knew and I feel like Puffy wanted that rap thing, and I think with Biggie going, he knew he could rap a little more. Like, you know what I mean? I could be the rapper.
They could
So
take
it's
the
like,
spot.
yeah, so if you know that, the least you could do is pay for the fucking funeral and look out for the kids. Like, what the fuck? Is this your man or not? Is that your friend or not?
Like, is it confirmed that wasn't true?
Hard to say at this point. It sounds like a.
Because if it's
Both
not
sides, I
true,
don't know.
I think that's
easy
horrible,
to figure it out.
bro.
Why the
a
fuck can't we
person
just
spoke
know?
out. He said he was speaking on behalf of Viola Wallace,
The estate
estate
spoke out.
and everything, and said that is 100% not true.
That Biggie paid for his own funeral.
Yes, that did not happen.
And bro,
now
a lot of
you
people
could go
took that-
further down that rabbit hole if you want,
Yeah.
and say,
Yes, you could.
is it possible somebody said, "Yo, my man, I need you to say this and clear this up"?
Right.
We don't know.
Because she gone.
Because
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's been other allegations of stories changing from that side after some other agreements were made. I don't know what's true and what's
give
not.
a fuck if it's true or not. If any two things in this 4-part thing is true,
He's a
then
monster.
Wow.
I think Puff is a monster regardless, by the way.
I do too.
He nothing comes across as he's a good dude.
Like some of that footage
Yeah.
there with him and his son saying, "Yo, we need to call such and such and have her do this." Like, some of that shit was hard to watch, bro.
New Joe Budden.